Welcome to the Til Books Do Us Part podcast. I'm Justin.
And I'm Jackie. Join us each week as we, a husband and wife duo, deep dive and discuss your favorite books.
Hey, Jet.
Hey, Justin.
Hey, guys. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome to this untitled episode.
I bet you're wondering, what show? What are you going to talk about? What do you mean? What's happening? So that's what we're here to discuss. We're pretty excited to announce that we are going to be making a couple changes to the show.
Some big changes. I wouldn't say a couple.
A couple?
I would say that we're
making a big
changing.
change. We are reformatting the show.
We are. So obviously, we've been doing deep dives of books the whole time so far. We did, starting with Fourth Wing, gone through Empyrean series, then we moved on from Blood and Ash. But that is difficult
and exclusive.
And exclusive, yeah. It was obviously, from a personal standpoint, it's difficult for us to maintain that. And it was taking away from what we really started this podcast for. Like, when we originally started, it was all about you becoming a reader.
I'm a reader, guys.
You are legit a reader now. Like,
dude,
actually
I'm reading.
A reader.
I've been reading books while we've been deep diving and stuff. Like, I've read multiple books this year. That's right. More than one by May.
And that is difficult to do while also trying to keep up with deep diving a book. Because that takes a lot of, rereading and taking notes. And, with both of us being so busy and having full-time jobs and our kids, it just makes it difficult for us to keep up with that.
Yeah, reading while taking notes about everything that you read is a job. And people who do it and are really good at it and have a big following.
Kudos.
Dude,
Kudos
good for you,
them.
because that's a real job. And we have real jobs.
We actually do.
Which is a bummer, But fingers crossed, right? Yeah. So maybe one day we won't have real jobs, and that'll be cool.
And like we said, it got to the point where it becomes exclusive, and you have to be currently reading or have read whatever book we're covering in order to listen and enjoy the podcast. And I think that that's also a really big motivating factor moving forward, because we kind of started this conversation of what are we going to cover next? Are we going to continue working on From Blood and Ash? And that I will go ahead and apologize for anybody who was anxiously awaiting us returning to From Blood and Ash. We aren't doing that.
Yeah. Sorry, dude. Send a message. Yeah.
We might chat about it, the rest of the book series. But in general, would you like to explain what your vision is for the pod moving forward? Well,
one, the biggest thing for me is I think it's a bummer for people who do enjoy our podcast or enjoy listening to us and send nice messages and things like that, which is really cool. But they're just not interested in a certain series or a certain book or whatever. And then you don't listen for months, and you kind of lose a connection with something that you enjoy, and that's a bummer. And it's, people who enjoy you a lot may read series that they wouldn't otherwise, but you may start it and be like, I don't like this. I don't want to read this, and so it's a bummer.
Everybody has different tastes.
Yeah, and I do too, and I've enjoyed reading fantasy, and I'm going to continue because I think it's fun, and I read it for Jackie, to connect with her, so I'll continue to read those things to connect with her and talk about it. It's fun. But just like her, we like to read other books.
Yeah.
And we have been, and it's fun. So anyway, the vision for the podcast, I think, one, it's called Til Books Do Us Part, right? And it's about reading, and it's about having fun by reading. But I like fun and funny things, and I like segments and stuff like that. And I think that it would be fun for everyone to have just a normal podcast where we do talk about book-related things, and we have book topics, but we also watch a shit ton of television. You know what I'm saying? I fucking love TV, dude. And I might want to talk about some TV.
I would actually not say that we watch a shit ton of television.
We used to.
We used to, but we really do not anymore.
I want to. I want to watch television,
We're literally finishing an episode of a show that we started at least a week ago.
Yeah, it's got 20 minutes left. We're let's record this podcast. We're like, that makes sense. Let's stop with 20 minutes left and record. Good decisions. So, but no, again, we have lots of ideas for different segments that are going to be fun. We're talking about things that we're reading. We're still going to put out, I think, potentially episodes of different books that we read.
Yeah, I think that definitely in the series, especially that we are following, the From Blood and Ash, the 6th book is going to come out in now September. That was a date change.
Yeah, what's up with that? What's up, June?
Yeah, that was kind of disappointing. But, when that book comes out, we might make a whole episode about that one.
Yeah, we're still going to read. We're still going to discuss it because it's fun, and that's what this is. But also, like I said, maybe there's a segment that's called, Funny Name of the Week, where I'm looking for the funniest book that I can find that week, or whatever. Just that is don't write that down. Don't get that tattooed on your arm or anything. That's off the hip. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, and even just hot topics with books. I've got a few ideas already of some fun things that I think we'll all enjoy getting Justin's take on, and following you on this continued journey for you of reading, because Justin's at the point now where he's still trying to figure out exactly what it is that he does like. Like he said, he started reading fantasy for me and, has enjoyed it. But I think that you are venturing out into other genres and, following along with you, hearing your takes, what you've decided you like and don't like. I think that's going to be fun for everybody to get to experience.
Yeah, all of us. Like I said, and, again, I can talk about it now. I have also, while deep diving Onyx Storm, I've read several other books. One, an audiobook I listened to, Game of Thrones. Holy shit, that's long. Man, shout out. Listen to 1.5.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what, 1.5 is still 28 hours of audiobook. Worth every second. What a series. And wow, did they do a good job creating that show. Anyway.
At least in the beginning.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. At the end of the, we'll talk about that. But I like talking about things like that. And if we were in a normal weekly episode that we'll have, and again, I don't want to ruin stuff for people. It doesn't have to be about specific books. But
yeah, we're definitely and that's something important that we have to be really cognizant of moving forward is we will be careful with that. We are going to be obviously sharing with you what books we're currently reading, and we might even share aspects of it that we like and don't like, but trying to focus on maybe more broad strokes and including spoiler warnings. If we're hey, no, I've really got to get into this. I need to tell you how this book ends. Then we'll include the appropriate spoiler warnings. Yeah. But we're going to try to steer away from that as much as we can.
Do you want to hear one of my real segments for real?
Well, if it's the one that I already know about.
No.
No?
It's called Real or Fake.
Oh.
And I'm going to find 5 real or fake book titles, and you got to guess if I'm going to read the title, and you got to guess if it's real or fake.
I definitely feel like you're still making this up as you go along, but I'm intrigued.
You don't like that?
I love it.
Okay, make it along. I had that one planned. Okay,
did you?
Yeah, I actually like that one. I have notes in my notes app.
Wow.
Yeah, I've been thinking about this.
I'm excited. Yeah, we really are super excited about this.
Yeah, I had been into the week as a thought too, and it's what pisses me off that week, and then I was gonna do Throne of the Week or something, and it's what I get really excited about that week. I had ideas like that.
This is clearly gonna be Justin's podcast.
Oh yeah, this is mine now. This is mine. We're talking about football.
Oh wow.
We're not gonna.
No, we're not gonna talk.
Okay, we're not talking about.
We're not gonna talk about football.
Just kidding. We're not talking about football.
But I am really excited about it because I think it's going to bring back the spirit of why we started this in the beginning. Getting excited about reading books. It's it was your journey, and it was also me getting back into my reading habits. Where I had gone years without really being as dedicated to reading as I used to be, and I feel like that kind of started with this, and then it got to the point where I'm I don't have time to read anything but the book that we're deep diving, and that was kind of a bummer. I wasn't able to enjoy and expand other series, and I feel like now I'm back to that, and it's not only do I get to do that, but enjoy sharing that with you and also having fun talking about it on the pod.
Yeah, no, and it has already been so funny to me what I have gained through reading. At this point, we've done this podcast for a year, right? This is when this episode comes out, it is the last episode of the first year.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, May 13th of 2024 was our first episode. Or May 20th, I can't remember.
June.
Was it?
I'm almost positive it was June.
Shit, I made that up off the hip. I was probably close as fuck, though. I was
definitely June.
Because when I got to end up, I was going to be somebody's going to fact check me and be that's not fucking right at all. No. But it sounded really good.
I'm not positive, but I'm almost positive it was June.
It's so funny. Damn it. Yeah, I was going to definitely say don't fact check me, but it's probably close to a year for sure. Within a month. Within a couple weeks, probably. Either way, with a year of reading.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I've heard the word pang in 13 different places in the last 6 months. And I'm like, I had never heard that word in my life, and I hear it everywhere.
That is so funny. I was talking to my mom literally about you like reading. I said something like mentioned like you had listened to the game because my mom read all the Game of Thrones books.
Yeah.
And she was like, Justin reads.
Calm down, dude. We've been married for 20 years. Yeah, I started reading this year.
Right, exactly. Like she was like, Justin reads? And I was like, yeah, he's read like all sorts of things. I mean, Justin just recently read The Great Gatsby. Like
I did read The Great Gatsby.
Yeah, I mean, just...
I decided that I don't know what I like and don't like. And I knew I wasn't going to like some 100-year-old book written by, like, it was not for me. But I was like, hey, it's on like the classics, books you have to read. I'm sure in high school I was supposed to read it for a class. And I was like, no fucking way. So I read it. 10 seconds. I'm not ruining it. Literally, it's over 100 years old. Like, if I ruin it for you now, that's on you.
Like, no spoiler warning.
Yeah, I just read it. Personal opinion, it's not going to be offensive. The author's got to be dead twice by now. Like, that book fucking sucks. I don't get it. Like, I was like, I just read about a bunch of douchebags who had too much money. And at the end, I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Because there is a twist, and it's like, oh, it's interesting.
Yeah.
But I would say it's a short book. Say it's 175 pages. 150, or I'm like, I hate this so much.
But you just like powered through it.
Because I was just like, I got to finish at this point. It's a classic.
Well, then you can say that you've read it.
I have read The Great Gatsby.
Next time you're at a dinner party.
I'm like, oh yeah, but like F. Scott Fitzgibbons or something?
Gerald.
I think. I don't know. That dude's dead as fuck right now. Shout out to his family. Y'all are still making a lot of money. That's on the top of the books list. But that kind of just random, like getting like that is the books talk that I want to have. Is that kind of stuff. Like I want to tell you what I think about that fucking book.
Yeah.
Not good things. I rated it 2 stars.
Right.
It was getting 1 star. I gave it 2 because at the end I was like, okay, that's a good twist.
Yeah. You got your own Goodreads now.
I got my own Goodreads. Check it out. I got my bookshelf.
You're doing a great job of
I'm ahead of my goal.
Yeah.
I am.
You are.
My goal is not that impressive, but I deep dive books for 3-4 months at a time.
Right.
So.
And that's the thing is I think I'm ahead of my goal too. But if I were to continue deep diving books, like I would not meet it. Or, I would meet it, but just like barely. But I think I can honestly probably increase my goal now that we're going in this direction.
Yeah.
Because I'm just going to be able to read constantly and like, oh, I've got to do it for the podcast, right?
Right.
So it's kind of my job.
Yeah, it's kind of what we have to do.
Yeah.
But I think, moving forward, it's going to be fun for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And you can still like read the shit out of your favorite books and send us if it's good, send us something about it. Like that's cool.
Well, and that is something too that I think that we're going to be able to have a lot more interaction with everybody now because there's going to be topics that I'm going to want our, listeners' opinions on. And, kind of talking about, again, like some of the hot topics, like in, the book world and what people think about certain things.
Well, it's 2025. So, like, if you like The Great Gatsby, tell me why. I want to know.
Yeah.
Hot topics in 2025.
Yeah, very, very much a current event.
That's what you mean, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
But, I think that in general, we're really excited about it. I know that hopefully will come through. Let us know what you think about the idea. We certainly are excited to hear from you. And if there's certain segments that you guys have in mind or certain topics that you guys would love for us to discuss or you get, Justin's take on, which is always entertaining.
Well, and I love interaction. Like I'm an interaction person. Like I'll have Jackie respond. I'll be like, hey, can you respond to this? But I see it and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
But on here, I will respond. So like if you have questions or you can say, you know what I mean? Like I will interact on here because I thought about that too. Like just funny ass questions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That can do with anything. Some bets. Like I still got to read some dirty shit.
And I said that I was going to do that.
But we're getting towards the end
episode.
and I know that's why I'm mentioning
I
it now.
forgot.
Yeah,
you also have to run a 5K. That's on you.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
Yeah.
That's
on you.
Not prepared. But actually, I say that we hiked our asses off today.
We did.
We hiked almost more than a 5K.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 5K is only 3 miles.
It was a lot. It was fun, though.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good hike. Anyway, so listen, moving forward still, episodes every Monday. and they're going to be fun, and they're going to be
also probably shorter.
Yeah,
so,
sure. Yeah,
know, that'll be kind of a good perk, I think, in some ways for some of you guys too. I know I personally am able to listen, like, on my commutes to and from work, and I know some of you guys are able to listen at work, but it'll be a little bit shorter, a little bit easier to digest. Usually,
yeah. If I had to tell you what I was doing with this microphone right now, it is appalling. Okay, appalling.
New microphone.
I need a new microphone.
In the shopping cart.
So much. I mean, we're talking about hair clips. Yeah. We're talking about angles. Just like the shit I'm having to do.
But again,
I just got a new fucking microphone like a couple months ago.
Like, you are so spastic with your microphone.
I be moving all over. I talk with my hands a lot.
Like, we've got to get back to like having them on a stand because holding it is not working out.
It's not. It looked so comfortable. I was watching a stream. Oh, yeah. Shout out. Follow us on YouTube. We put out no videos ever, but I hear that's cool. So I was watching a stream of like a podcast that I really enjoy. And the dude was just kicked back in his chair holding his mic. And there was no sounds, no bumps, no interference. I mean, I'm a good editor too, y'all. Like, come on. It ain't that bad for an amateur. So, I'm like, damn, he looks comfortable as fuck.
Yeah.
And then I tried it.
Do.
I know, and Jackie does it too. She holds her microphone. I can't do it.
You can't.
I cannot do it.
No.
I want to. I've broken 2 microphones now. I get so excited. I talk with my hands. I'm fucking thrashing around like an animal.
You got to go back to using the stand.
I bump into the fucking thing 100 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Sorry. Either way, moving on. On Mondays, we're going to have new episodes, and they're going to be fun. And you guys need to listen. Shout out. Again, I've been wanting to say it because I just feel so, it feels so cool to me because I was like, when we started with this podcast, I was like, man, it'd be cool to do like different places. And we've had downloads in like triple digit countries.
Yeah.
Like,
that is kind of wild to me.
Yeah.
And I've said that before, the fact that people in other countries, there's
not even a lot of countries.
I really still want to know too, though, if they listen to us in English.
Right.
Or in their, like, if there's like some translation.
Yeah. You could basically throw a dart at a globe, and we've been downloaded in that place. It's amazing, and like,
it's a lot.
It's wild, and it's weird.
I just can't imagine that people who don't fluently speak English can understand anything that comes out of our mouth.
If you're listening to me and I'm being translated into French, shout out France. Like, that's probably weird. Are you getting it word for word? I say y'all. How the fuck you say y'all in France? In France. God damn. See, this is why these motherfuckers can't be translating me. They're like, this bitch is so dumb. He said in France. I bet you speak American too, motherfucker.
Man.
See? Yeah. Okay. I think that's going to be enough for me. I don't think I can speak anymore.
That is true. But again, we're really excited about the direction we're going in. We are still going to do every Monday, and we hope you all join us.
Yep. Can't wait. All right. I'll see you next Monday.
See you next Monday.